Hey, friends, welcome back. Welcome back to another episode. It's your girl, Mandioa. Welcome back. How we all doing? Hope we're all having a good week. I don't know what is going on right now. I will tell you guys, it's been a week for me, girl. It's been a week for your girl, okay? Now, want to give you all a little update on my Harper girl because I know I talked about it the last episode very quickly. She was like really struggling that week, with everything she's got going on. And we thought we were going to have to make the decision. Actually, we did make the decision. And then, let me preface this by saying she's still here. Okay, so hear me out. But we made the decision last week to put her down. Called up the doctor. They were going to come out to the house. It was a whole thing. I was emotionally crying, a wreck, but she wasn't eating. Like she was just laying there. She wasn't greeting us at the door. She just looked defeated, done. So I said to myself, like, I'm not going to let her suffer. You know what I mean? The minute that she shows me that she's done, I'm going to give her that mercy of sending her over the rainbow bridge. Okay. Because she was too good of a dog to sit there and have to suffer. That's it. That's all. So what had happened after that was, I think, Thursday. So, or it was earlier in the week. What transpired after that was nothing short of a miracle. Now, I know her time is coming, but for her to make such a turnaround, like I said, if you would have seen her, you would have been like, this, it's time. It's time. Put her out of her misery. You know what I'm saying? But something happened and she had like a turnaround, and I thought to myself, if I bring the doctor to this house with the means of the doctor putting the dog to sleep, she's going to look at me crazy because she was out in the yard chasing the bunnies. She started eating again. I made like little breakfast sliders over the weekend. She was eating them left and right. She was eating Cliff's food, which is like her normal go-to. Every morning I always got to tell her, girlfriend, like she ends up sneaking and eating Cliff's food. Then she eats her food. And then we're like, did Cliff eat? No, we know he didn't. Harper ate the food. So she was back to her normal antics, eating, drinking, being her normal self. The weather was nice. She was out in the yard doing her thing, running around. I'm thinking to myself, I don't know what happened, but you know what? I'm leaving it up to God. And God clearly told me in that moment, it's not her time yet. So let's give her some time. So she's just living out her best doggy life. So thank you to everybody who has sent her thoughts and prayers. Thank you for your messages. Thank you for your text messages. Thank you for your voicemails, like everything. You guys are great. I appreciate it. Because it was a really rough weekend. But like Sunday morning, I made the decision because we were supposed to do it on Monday. And I was like, I just can't. I don't know. Like maybe she just had a bad few days. You know what I mean? And like the doctor said, when the bad days start outweighing the good days, then you'll know it's time. Well, right now that was her first stint of like 3 bad days in a row. But the good days right now are outweighing the bad days. Thank you, Lord. So that's a little update with Harper. But continue to keep her in your prayers, your thoughts, send her well wishes, good energy, whatever it is that you do. I'll make the right decision for her when it is her time. So I know I'll make the right decision, but when it is her time, we'll know. That's kind of what I don't want to wait until it's too late. You know what I'm saying? Like you read all these blogs and people are like, oh, I waited too late. And even the doctor said that. Like I explained to the doctor what was going on. And she was like, oh my God, yes. Like we'll cancel it out of the schedule. Let us know. She sounds like she's doing great. But, you go on their website and it reads like a lot of dog parents always say they wish they would have done it sooner. But I'm thinking to myself, I'm not. This is too soon. Like, I can't have this doctor come out and then, like, call this dog over who's out chasing bunnies, living her life. Like, it ain't her time yet. You know what I'm saying? It's not her time. And it's not that I'm in denial. It's not. I've processed every angle of grief that there is. I just want to give her more time because she proved to me that she still wants to be here. But if I see her sitting there looking pitiful, you know, struggling, not eating, not drinking for days and days and days on end, then girlfriend, it's time. I'm going to book you a one-way trip over the Rainbow Bridge and you'll be happy. You'll be happy. It's a good thing, right? We all end up there someday, and she's got people over there who will take care of her. But that's a little Harper update. What else went on this week? The Met Gala. The Met Gala. Something I saw. Now, I actually like the theme. I love the Met Gala because people are always like, what the hell are they wearing? It's art. That's what you're supposed to do. You're supposed to wear something wacky out of the box, whatever your comfortability level is of expressing yourself via fashion. I appreciate it. You can bet your bottom dollar if you ever gave me the opportunity to walk the runway on the Met Gala, your girl would be I don't know if we saw Heidi Klum. She looked like a marble statue. That woman goes out every Halloween. Oh my God, I love her. I love her. To me, that's art. It's so much fun. It's so expressive. So some people just don't get the Met Gala, and I get it, but that's what it's supposed to be about. It's a theme every year. You're supposed to come out. I don't know if we saw Cardi B, girlfriend. I don't know what those were. Like, I need an explanation. At first, I thought they were like, go look Cardi B. If you didn't see the looks from the Met Gala, 2026 Met Gala, go look up Cardi B so you know what I'm talking about. But I'm going to explain it right now. She had like a black lace dress on, and in it was like, to me, it looked like two big tits, like on either side, or it kind of also looked like it could have been like a hemorrhoid. I don't know. I don't know what it was. It was definitely art and expressive, but I don't know what it was. I don't know what it was. So let me know. A lot of women wearing dresses that, bodycon outfits with, like, I think one of the Kardashian sisters had on. It looked like she was wearing a dress, but the dress was zipped down, and then she had like a bodycon, like, skin colored thing underneath, so it looked like she was basically topless. I thought that was sharp. That was creative. Something that struck me, and I thought to myself, how would I act in that situation? Now, if you see, there's a video going around of The Rock, Dwayne "The Rock" Johnson, handsome devil, always loved him, always will, and his wife. They were on the runway as well. There was a moment where I was like, oh, plot twist. His wife was holding she was wearing like a cream color outfit, I think. And he was wearing some kind of black, it was like a tux looking outfit, but he was wearing a kilt, and I'm pretty sure he had high socks on. I don't know. That's not really the whole point of the story. The point of the story was the accessories, the pocketbook. The pocketbook. Go look it up. Just Google like The Rock, his wife, Met Gala. You'll probably find the video. It was a plot twist. There was a moment where you're like, oh, she's wearing cream. She's got a white pocketbook. Then all of a sudden he grabs the pocketbook. I'm like, plot twist. It was his pocketbook. Is he carrying a pocketbook? Are men carrying pocketbooks in 2026? I don't know. I thought it was weird. People were defending him, saying it's his wife's bag. It's his wife's bag. He's going through the bag. First of all, I will be dead and buried before anybody goes through my bag. If I need something out of my pocketbook, I'm saying, go get my pocketbook. I need something in my pocketbook. Go get my pocketbook. Whether it's $1, a quarter, my medical card, my ID, my lip gloss. If my kids need something that I know resides in my pocketbook, I'm saying, go get my pocketbook, because nobody's going through my pocketbook but me. I could be on my deathbed. You can lay that bad boy on my chest and I'll root through it myself. Ain't nobody going through my pocketbook. Ain't nobody going through my pocketbook. So for those of you trying to defend him, saying he was going through Who in their right mind as a woman hands their man their bag? Here you go, babe. Go find what you're looking for in my bag. In my bag. First of all, it's not like it's your everyday pocketbook. It's your pocketbook that you're carrying with you to the Met Gala. What could you possibly have in there that you can't get out yourself and give to him? You know everything that's in there, right? I feel like when we go out, whether it's a wedding or some kind of event where we got to get all, gussied up, we got our bag with us. We know everything that's in there. We only carry I'll put in there my ID, a couple credit cards, some cash, because when you're at the bar, you want to tip the bartender so they wait on you quicker. Some lip gloss, some lipstick, whatever I'm putting on my lips, maybe a little hand sanitizer, couple sticks of gum, a pack of gum if I can fit it in there, depending on the size of the bag, depending on the size of the pocketbook. Sometimes we got a clutch, we can only carry a couple things. Or my phone, that's it. That's all. That's it. What are you doing? Why? I'm very convinced that was his pocketbook. Very convinced that was his pocketbook. So, circling back to my question, are men, when they're out and about, like say we go to a black tie wedding, are men carrying pocketbooks? Is this a new thing? Is this a new trend? Let me know. I don't know. I just thought that was interesting. I thought that was very interesting. But the Met Gala, like I said, I guess it's not for everybody. There was people bitching and complaining. Oh my God. And so much hate. I'm going to tell you right now, nobody likes a keyboard bully. You let people know exactly who you are the minute that you try to sit there and bring someone down. That tells me everything I need to know about you. Now, that goes without saying, you can have an opinion, but some of the things you see online, people just tearing people down. Like, what is the one girl's name? I'm the worst with celebrity names, but she was the creator and she was the main character in the show Girls that used to air on HBO. And Leah Dunham. There you go. Got her. She wore like red and it was like feathery. And I thought she looked phenomenal. I thought she looked great. I thought it was sharp. The hate that woman got now, especially like commenting on her weight. We have just become a society, a country of bullies, a country of insecure, especially to see another woman putting a woman down because of her weight. Girlfriend, that's not a good look on you. Like, that's not something we're doing in 2026. We're just not. We're not, you know what I mean? Like, we're not trying to really hurt people in that way, So I don't know. I just think, some people get out of hand with the comments. But the Met Gala was pretty cool. It was nice to see everybody express themselves artistically. But don't tell me that ain't a pocketbook. And don't tell me that wasn't The Rock's pocketbook, because I think The Rock was carrying a pocketbook. Now, I want you to go back and do a pocketbook count about how many times I said pocketbook in that whole segment. I'm going to guesstimate and say, what am I going to say? I'm going to say like 35 times I said pocketbook. Okay. All right. Mind you, this is the last episode. I wish I had a little something like a little more razzle dazzle. You know what I mean? But it is what it is. I'm wrapping up with my segment about Mother's Day. I wish I would be here to talk about Father's Day and all the other things to come. But your girl's got to take a break because I'm working on some shit. You know what I mean? So, quick sponsor break. This episode is brought to you by Stampone Law, a Philly-based personal injury firm that's been fighting for local families since 1984. That's before your girl was even on this earth. They're the kind of attorneys who grew up around here, and they ain't afraid to go up against big insurance companies when someone gets hurt. That's right. Okay. So if you've been in a car accident, had a slip and fall, or dealing with something like a medical malpractice or wrongful death, they got the experience to help you get what you deserve. They offer free confidential consultations so you can understand your options without any pressure. So if you or someone you love was hurt because of someone else's negligence, make sure you got the right team on your corner. Check out StamponeLaw.com. They fight for the underdog, baby. Okay. You heard? Yeah. Get it. All right. What was I going to say? I honestly think I'm losing it. I really do. Oh my God. Let me tell you about what happened to me besides losing it. I am definitely losing it for sure. But had a really, really weird experience the other day. I was in bed. Now, mind you, I know you can hear it in my voice. My allergies, as I've always said, are trying to assassinate me. Okay. This time they've taken it up a notch. At least I think that's what it was. If it's menopause, I'm literally going to go on a rampage. Okay. So here's what happened. I'm laying in bed. Now, I will say a couple days beforehand, I noticed I had a fullness in my right ear. Okay. Typical for this time of year, our allergies, we got the sinus drip, So sometimes it'll settle in your ear. I thought, I hope I don't get an ear infection. Moved my jaw a couple times. It popped. I went about my business. Didn't bother me. Wasn't having pain. Nothing. Just could feel, a little something going on in there. Go to bed that night. Get myself a good night's rest. I wake up. I'm on my stomach. I open my eyes. All is well. All is calm. All is bright. Very bright to where I thought I overslept. So I thought, let me go reach for my phone and see what time it is. So I have to roll over. Upon rolling over, the entire world, at least it felt, the entire world rolled over with me. When I tell you the room started spinning, I can't even I didn't even know our brain, like it is really wild to see what our bodies and our brains are capable of doing to us. Because that was the first instance for me where I realized, holy shit, in some cases, I have no control over what happens to my body. If it decides one day to go haywire, holy shit. When I tell you the room started spinning, imagine being at you're on the boardwalk in Wildwood and you're watching the merry-go-round just go round and round and round. Like my fan in my room just kept passing my eyeballs, even though it was stationary right there. The whole room started spinning almost to where I like squeezed my eyes shut tight because I thought to myself, am I dreaming? Like, are my eyes deceiving me right now? Squeezed my eyes real tight, shut, opened it back up, kept doing it. So then I got scared. I shot up in bed. So now I'm sitting up in bed. Now I'm really feeling it. I felt like I was on a boat. Everything was spinning. I was dizzy. I wake my husband up. I'm like, Joe, something's wrong. Something's happening to me right now. And he's like, what's the matter? I'm like, I don't know. I couldn't even at the time, it was messing with me so much. I couldn't even put into words what was going on. And he's just looking at me like I have 5 heads. He's half asleep. So I'm able to get my legs off the side of the bed and I could feel myself getting nauseous. I'm sitting there dizzy. The room finally stopped spinning. But then all of a sudden, I started getting really nauseous and then I break out in a sweat. Now, I'm going to say your girls had many bouts of medical anxiety to where I Google everything under the sun the minute it happens to me and always go to worst case scenario. So worst case scenario in this, I go on the Google, room is spinning, I'm dizzy, I'm nauseous. I just broke out in a sweat. What could be wrong with me? Right? To which it gave me many of things to where if I sat there and connected the dots sanely, I would have realized that it had something to do with my ear. But no, where do I go? Worst case scenario, you're having a heart attack. You're dropping dead right there in front of your family. So then panic sets in. I'm panicking because I'm like, this is it. I'm having a heart attack. Now I've had enough panic attacks, right? To know this is not what I've ever experienced with a panic attack. This was a little different. I never got dizzy like this. I'm also anemic. So I was like, is my iron really low? I thought I had that under control. I've been taking my iron really well. I haven't really had any other symptoms. I'm like, maybe my blood pressure is really low. Like I've been known to have like low on the lower end of blood pressure, which is like really healthy. But I'm like, maybe that's low for some reason. Just any worst case scenario is where my mind went. So then I'm getting myself worked up because I think I'm dropping dead. Right. I call my mom, woke her up. She's like, I don't even know what the hell's going on. I just opened my eyes. I'm like, I am dying. I am dying. Open your eyes and your ears and listen to me. I'm dropping dead on the phone as I'm talking to you. Your firstborn child. I'm dropping dead. This is it. Goodbye. You know? She's like, let me get out of bed and get my coffee. What do you mean get out of bed and get your coffee? I'm dropping dead. There's no time for coffee. There's no time to wake up. You got to help me. Now, what could she have done for me? Nothing besides telling me I'm crazy and to calm down. And it's probably my ear, right? Or I called her. I'm like, is this menopause? Because if this is menopause, I'm going off the deep end. I'm going on a ramp. I'm going on a rampage. Don't even tell me this is menopause. Don't even tell me for one moment that vertigo is a symptom of menopause, because I will hit the ceiling. Okay. I didn't wish for this. I didn't want this. I didn't hope for this. I didn't pray for this. I don't want this shit. Okay. Better not happen to me. So I calmed myself down because I was borderline getting ready to call an ambulance. Thank God I didn't. Borderline ready though. Was like, I think I should probably call an ambulance. Joe's like, I think you're fine. I'm like, do I look pale? No, you look good. I'm sweating. Why am I sweating like this? I'm dizzy. I'm nauseous. I'm going to shit myself. Something's not right. Those are symptoms of a heart attack in women, to which he's looking at me like, nothing to add. Nothing constructive to add to the conversation. You know what I mean? Like nothing to calm me down. He's like, I'm sure you're fine. I'm sure it's probably whatever was going on with your ear, which was the truth. But at the time, I didn't want to hear that. My anxiety took over. My anxiety was like, oh, buckle up. We've been activated. Toot, toot. All aboard, one-way flight on the crazy train. It's a flight, but it's a train because we're crazy. Oh, yeah. I was full on in crazy mode. So I calmed myself down enough to where I didn't have to get on in an ambulance or on a flight or on a train, but rather I got in the car. After the kids went to school, my husband took me to urgent care. I explained to them what was going on. They prescribed me Dramamine, and then I was fine. Okay, so the ending wasn't as climatic as I know that you all deserved, but that was the end. I went there. They checked me out head to toe, ran some blood work. My blood work was perfect, which I was like, yes, thank you. Because I hate when you go for something like, again, worst case scenario. I'm always like the one, oh my God, I'm here for something stupid. They're going to run my blood work and something's going to come back. And then I'm going to just spiral into, you have this and we would have never found it had you not come to the hospital for something stupid. So like that I'm there, like, wringing my hands, waiting for my blood work to come back. Cause I'm like, please God, let my blood work be normal. Let everything be normal. So she comes back. She's like, everything's normal. Your blood pressure was normal. Everything was fine. You probably just have, you do have a little bit of fluid on your right ear, which is causing the vertigo. What you experience is vertigo. I call my best friend's mom, my other mom, Barb, because she has vertigo. And I said to her, when you have vertigo, do you ever break out in a sweat? And she was like, yeah, that's all part of it. So I probably should have called her from like the gate, if I was going to panic call anybody, it probably should have been her, but I didn't know what was going on. You know what I'm saying? Like, I thought I was dying. I thought I was dropping dead. But here I just had a bout of vertigo. So the next night I slept sitting up. I said, you know what? I'm not chancing this. I'm sitting up. So I sat up on the couch. I slept all night. Woke up fine. Now I'm going to try to chance it and sleep in bed, and see how I do. But that was really scary. Whoever's listening, if you ever suffered with vertigo or if you suffer from vertigo, God be with you, because I wouldn't wish that shit on my worst enemy. That was absolutely insane. Absolutely insane. I asked her, I'm like, what do you do? Like when you gotta, when you have your, when your vertigo acts up, like, what do you do? She's like, there's nothing you can do. You just lay in bed with your eyes shut. Could you imagine? I wouldn't wish it on my worst enemy. So hopefully everything's good with this ear. If not, I'm gonna have to make an appointment with an ENT. But I'm telling you, oh my God. Just when you think you've gotten your anxiety under control, something just creeps back in, and that quickly I can be sent down a rabbit hole of being out of my mind with anxiety, for sure. Worst case scenario, all the time. All the time. So therapy is going to be a ball this month. Okay. Can't wait for that. In other news, this weekend's Mother's Day. Happy Mother's Day to all the mothers. Oh my God. It's our day. Ladies, it's our day. Out of 365 days of the year, we get one. Oh. Did you hear the sarcasm? Yeah, because you know what? Every day should be Mother's Day. All the goddamn shit we have to put up with and do for you people, every day should be Mother's Day. We should be showered with gifts 365 goddamn days a year. Okay? Don't tell me different. Don't even try to tell me different. Okay? Please don't. Because I'm going to tell you right now, we deserve to be celebrated 365 days of the year. Now, in terms of celebration, oh my God, I'm choked. Hold on 1 second. Oh my God, I lost my voice. Holy shit. Am I there? Hello. Okay. In celebration of Mother's Day, what was I saying? I don't even know. I was choked to death. But in celebration of Mother's Day, what exactly? What would one want for Mother's Day? In honor of Mother's Day, what is it as moms that we truly want? Now, I'm going to tell you what we don't want for sure. So let me just give you like a few pointers. Gentlemen, whoever, children, if you're old enough to get your mom a present, this is what we don't want. We don't want shit we have to put together. Nope, we don't. We don't want things that have boxes and packaging and things that have to be broken down and put out into the recycling bin, because we know nobody's going to do it but us. You know? So we don't want that. We don't want, what else don't we want? We don't want things that require us having, basically anything that requires us to have to like do something. We don't want it. Like for me, I'm going to say, I want to stay at the spa, right? Like I don't even want to have to drive there. Hire a driver to go and take me to the spa, lift me out of the car, carry me into the spa, lay me on the table. Okay? Undress me. Lay me on the table. Let me get relaxed, rejuvenated, right? Pick me back up off the table, put me in the car, and bring me home. Like that's me. I don't want to have to lift a finger on Mother's Day. I don't want to have to cook. I don't want to have to host. I know there's some of us that are like, oh, yeah, it's Mother's Day, but come over. I mean, if that's your thing, that's your thing. If you like hosting, that's your thing. But I host for every holiday almost. So this year I'm like, I don't want anyone over my house. Like I gotta be honest. I just don't want to have to worry about going and buying food, getting food ready, doing all the things when it comes to food and hosting and peopling. Like I just don't want to, I don't want to do it. I'm opting out. I'm opting out. Okay. Let me think. What else? We don't want to hear the word mom, even though I know it's Mother's Day. We don't want to hear the word mom constantly 9,000 times throughout the day. That's a day where you scream dad. So let the kids know, like, You have a problem, dad's first on Mother's Day. Dad, then mom. Okay. And mom only if it's like an absolute emergency, like maybe you chopped your finger off by accident, call us immediately, because they probably can't handle the sight of blood, you know? All right, let me wet my whistle and then we'll continue. I almost choked a little bit ago. I cut the majority of it out because I didn't want it to traumatize anybody. But that was a real thing. So, okay. What else do we not want? We don't want mugs. I have a whole pantry full of mugs. If you do get me a mug, do me a favor and get rid of if you buy me one, get rid of 3. And they better not be mine. They better not be my mugs. Go in there and look at the mugs and just say to yourself, have we used this mug in a while? Is it a cheap mug? Okay, we can get rid of it. You know what I mean? So buy me one, get rid of 3. I'll be happy. Now, I know for some people don't like candles. I love them. You can buy me candles all day long or get me a Bath and Body Works, gift card and I will go out candle shopping. I don't mind it. But like I said, I think for me, the ultimate, a head massage, just a day of relaxed rejuvenation. Send me out. Let me get a scalp massage, maybe find a place where I can get the massage and then take a nap. I just want silence. I just want silence, not quiet. I feel like quiet doesn't last long. We want silence. Silence is like an entire day of nobody asking me questions, nobody bothering me. It's where I can just be in my own world of knowing that I have children right now that exist, that I, at the moment, want nothing to do with because it's Mother's Day and I'm celebrating all the hard work and dedication that I put in to this family and these spawns that I have created. Okay? I'm telling you. What is the worst Mother's Day gift that you've ever gotten? I couldn't think of one. And I seen this online somewhere. And some of the prompts that people were put in, I was like, what idiots do you have that you have vowed to be with for the rest of your life? I will say my husband is a good gift giver. He's a very good gift giver. I can't think honestly of a bad Mother's Day gift that I've gotten, but I will say sometimes he doesn't hit the nail on the head. So I'm hoping through this he'll get of what I like. I love gifts that give relaxation, because as moms, we're drained, we're tired, we're worn out, we're running our kids everywhere. So give me a day of rest and relaxation. Okay. Now, I love my kids. I'll do anything for them. But if someone handed me a hotel key and said, don't come back for 24 hours, I might have to take you up on that offer. And that might be the greatest Mother's Day gift that you've ever given me. So you let me know, ladies, what are we looking for Mother's Day? Or if you're listening to this and you already got your Mother's Day gift, what did you get? Did you like it? Did you not like it? Was it absolutely horrible? Text it in, call it in, let me know. 267-225-7853. All right, quick heads up. Before you even think about placing an MLB bet this season, do yourself a favor and check out BTA Sports app. They're using AI and machine learning to set their lines. Plus, they got insights on every game and every player. You can build parlays, use their one-click daily fantasy optimizer. It's basically a cheat code. It's like betting for dummies. And it's great. And it's great. Would I lie to you? No. And the best part, they're not a sports book. So no deposits. They just help you win. So go download BTA Sports on the App Store, Google Play. Use the code Amanda215 and see what I'm talking about. I'm telling you right now. All right. What else do we have on the docket? I can't believe I almost choked to death. You guys should have saw me. Maybe I will leave it in. But anywho, what do we have on the docket? May 24th. Like I said, this is the wrap up of the podcast. I will not see you on the show until September, but I have some wonderful things coming up. I'm finally going to have a new location. I know I talked about doing it at our store, but we realized it was too loud. There was too much shit going on for me to be able to do it there. So your girl's going to be posted up in a new location for her show. I may possibly be looking for a co-host. So if you have, or you think you have what it takes to join your girl on this journey, hit me up. Okay, 267-225-7853. I will put a post out regarding that. My show at Live Casino, Memorial Day weekend. If you don't have plans, now you do. Come out and see your girl live at Live Casino in South Philly, Sunday, May 24th. Tickets are down in the description for this episode, or you can get them in my link in my bio on Instagram. If you're not following me, what are you doing? Amanda Yoa Comedy. And get your tickets. I'm telling you, they're selling out quick. You don't want to miss the show. It's going to be a good one. It's your girl. And then opening up for me, I got DJ Gabe and Pam from Port Richmond, the woman who always says what's on her mind. Okay. And she ain't taking nobody's shit. That's for sure. All right. So got a lot of wonderful things coming up. I'm getting ready to unwind to be able to enjoy my kids while they're home. So that's why we take a break. You know the deal. But I'll be back and bigger and crazier than ever in September. So until next time, my friends, love you, mean it. Mwah.